So I just finished up the season finale for season 2 of Amphibia, and wow, it's pretty cool. Like the action is top notch. It's very dynamic, and you can tell the animation, the budgets are up on this episode. Season finale should always have better budgets, and the story it took a wild turn. Stuff I saw coming. Andrus being a piece of garbage. Like I always had a feeling that he was not that great of a dude, and then the Marcy reveal. Wow. I, I I was always suspicious of Marcy from the very beginning. You can even check my early reviews when we first met her, but I didn't think it would be like this. But let's just jump into the episode, and I should have some movie clips up too. So hopefully Disney doesn't drop the hammer on me and demonetize my video. But if there's video clips, awesome. If not, you know why. Then I had to take them out. So we start with this message. Super cool. That's when you know you're going to get a cool episode, right? When it's like, ooh, little kids might get scared. Love it. True colors. And we start off in the human world. It's before they left. And Marcy's just starting, studying in the library. And then she sees a book that has the calamity box in it. And like, what? Like, that's very odd. And it was dropped. It's like she'd even pick this book out, like someone dropped it, like the lady putting the books back. So like that's weird, right? Then she's like, oh, that's kind of funny. I like the art. It's a goofy thing, but whatever. Her parents are blowing up her phone. Sasha's blowing up her phone. She's like, oh, I better stop at home first. She runs out of the house crying, and I don't like seeing, look how, oh my goodness, I don't like seeing her sad. It breaks my heart. And then she just so happens to be by that thrift shop where there's the box, the music box. And then she's like, oh, I've got the perfect gift for Anne, because in that book, it's like, oh, travel to different worlds. Like, I'll take you to a different world. And yeah, so that was like her last ditch effort. So whatever happened that her parents told her, this is like her way to escape. And it was Anne's birthday. So it's like, oh, you can get this is going to be the best gift for Anne. Question, it's Anne's birthday and they made her steal it. What kind of birth? What the hell, guys? Like, why would you do that? So we get back to several months later. They're gonna bring the box back to Newtopia. Everyone gets there. The bird just crashes because they're carrying too many people. And I like how Hop Pop like, give me upsies. I love it. He's so funny. So here's the plan. Anne's like, hey, we'll bring the box to the king. Once we vouch for you guys, then you can like let them know how the good you've guys done to help us. So they get into the city, they're walking around, they have everybody, they're reminiscing like, oh man, this is going to be goodbye. And then Anne's like, you know what, if we have the box, we can just go back and forth and we can visit you guys. And that's super fun. But there's that whole like, they're going to say goodbye, which is going to be sad. Polly is getting all itchy. She has an itchy butt. So like, oh, she's evolving, right? She's going to grow her little legs. But they get to the king and he's like, oh, you got the box. Awesome. They're about to hand it over. Then the betrayal, the Sasha betrayal. You have Grime grabs the box and he's like, haha, we're going to rule over this place now. So this whole time, Sasha, you're just not that great of a person. They start attacking the guards. Look at the king. He's a scary dude. He's like, I don't know, almost monstrous. So he is fighting Grime, knocks him on the ground. Sasha has the box. She's like, oh, I'll destroy this box. And I'm like, no, you won't. It's your only way home. She's like, I don't care. I'm going to stay here. So the king allows himself to be arrested, like put into chains. He hits him in the shin with his hammer. That must have hurt like a bastard. So they've had sleeper agents there. And this was their whole plan, was to get into the kingdom and then take over Newtopia. Yeah, so Sasha, not so great of a person. Pretty awesome. Pretty not awesome for you. Then, as the king's being arrested, he looks over at Marcy and kind of gives her the wink wink, like, I guess a contingency plan of some kind. Then there's Anne, pissed off, like beyond pissed, more pissed than I've ever seen her. She's like, Sasha, what the hell is wrong with you? We've done all this for us to go home, for us to be, and then you betray me again. I can't, you're just an awful, terrible person. And look at Sasha's face. Wow, I am a terrible person. Then even Mark's like, whoa, Anne, you don't mean all that. She's like, yes, I do. And then she's like, hey, I'll just send you home, Anne, and whatever. Then I'll just roll over this thing and say bye to your little froggy family. She opens the box and then nothing happens. Like, they don't know how to work it. And then Sasha's like, oh, I'm getting thrown in the dungeon until we figure out how to fix this. They're being led away. Look at this. Anne is getting pissed. She's so pissed. Man, you don't want Anne pissed off at you. So Anne's fuming. She just goes berserk and starts beating the crap out of all these guards. My question is, they have Frobo. Frobo, kill everybody. Murder mode. Whatever it is, the key phrase to get Frobo to kill everybody. Like, he just stands there and allows himself to get arrested. It's so weird. Because later on we see how cool Frobo is. Like, why did he just not do anything? So they beat up all the guards. They escape. They get saved by I forget her name. The little, who is she? This princess lady. I don't think she's the king's wife. She's not the queen, is she? And then you got that general lady who has like Wolverine claws. She's super cool. They have an escape plan. Like, they have all this secret way to get out of the castle. And then they kind of come up with the plan. Like, okay, what are we going to do? Like, they get into like a thing. Like, we got to regroup. We got a plan. Marcy has this like, oh, we can fix this. We can save the king, kick out the frogs. We can change the political dynamic. And it goes all crazy. Like, no, first things first, we just got to save the king. We have to, so we can get out of here. Anne does a big speech. Super nice. Anne, super cool. She's like a very, that character that brings everyone together. So their plan, the most ridiculous crap. And I do like how they brought stuff back. Remember how Hop Pop wanted to be an actor? Like, that was an episode from like a million episodes ago. So he's going to use his acting skill to like distract the guards. And it works. He does like this, oh, I lost my spider. And he does this like sad soliloquy. And it gets everyone to like start crying. Ridiculous. We have Polly's going to fight the guards outside. Like, oh yeah, take the general and Frobo with you. And Frobo has like missiles and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Frobo, why weren't you doing this in the throne room? And then Anne and Sprig are going to go close the gate because the armies are coming. So they're trying to initiate their plan. Problem is, they put a big door stopper in the gate, so they're going to have to try to move that. Grime got Sasha a second sword, so now she can dual wield. And then Sasha's still feeling really super sad. And she's like, I don't know what I want. And do I really want to even rule? Maybe Anne was right. Maybe I'm a bad person. Yeah, you are. You are 100% a bad person. They're like, you know what? Grime's like, hey, let's decorate. Let's make this castle our own and, take your mind off of things. There's like a big tapestry. It's like, oh, this thing's so gross. Let's, let's get rid of it. And then underneath the tapestry is like an old painting of the king rolling over a throne of skulls and his giant army. So the king's like a super bad dude. I never trusted him from the very beginning. I never trusted this guy. So they're like, uh-oh, if we let him get the box, he's going to be able to have all this power again, and he's going to become this like evil tyrant. But they were going to be evil tyrants. I'm not understanding, like, okay, so we're just traded one ruler for another. I do know, I guess, like, oh no, we got to stop him because he's going to be worse than us. But how much worse? They were going to kill people. They were going to take over and kill and pillage and do all those things. So is it any better? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just evil. He was going to be more evil than us. Are you sure? They're like, okay, we definitely have to stop the king. But Anne is helping the king because Anne doesn't know. They jump down there, try to talk to Anne. Sasha does look sincere here. But Anne is done. She's like, F you, Sasha. I don't believe you anymore. You've lost all your chances with me. It is over. So she's like, I'm not going to let you do this. They're going to start fighting. Pretty cool fight.
Just try to stop me!
Sword fight. They're going back and forth. Super cool. Sasha's trying to hold back because she had the chance to kill Anne a couple of times in this fight. And she didn't. They keep fighting. Grimes versus Sprig. Who would have thought that would have been a fight? Sprig just jumps on him and they tack him to the ground. The animation is really, really good. I'm going to try to put in clips every now and then. Hopefully I can get them up. So we have this fight, and Grimes like, "You're just a stupid little frog. I'm gonna just kill you." Sprig is quick. He's jumping around. He almost gets knifed, but he's able to. He sticks Grimes in his one good eye, and then he ends up dropping the hammer on his head, and he kind of ends up beating himself up. Anne and Sasha keep fighting. Super cool fight. One of the better sword fights I've seen in a long time, and that's to be in a Disney cartoon. They also, she loses her sword, and then it's just she has no weapon, but Anne's quick. Gets it, wraps her head up, and gives her a clobbering. It is clobbering time. I bet you that felt real good for Anne. They get the door shut. They're gonna go rescue the king, but the king's a bad guy. But they don't know that. Everyone gets saved, hugs and everything. Then they hand the box over to the king, and he's like, "Hey, before I send you home, there's a little secret I want to tell you guys. A long time ago, we used to be like amazing, like so he's like super old. So how is he like 1,000 years old? So like 1,000 years ago, they were like conquerors, and then he's like, I let people close to me trick me into thinking that we don't need to conquer anymore. So I guess he had some friends, a little froggy friend, a little toad friend, but they died, or something happened, and he like lost friendship. Like, then the box got stolen. They probably took it from you because you knew you were a psycho. And he's like, never again. We're going to rise into power and be the conquerors we're always meant to be. Puts the thing on the little pedestal. And this whole castle is a flying fortress. Because they had technology. Remember how they're saying there's like little bits of technology here and there? But everything is run off of this box. And those 4 power crystal thingies. Or 3 power gems. So this thing's like a flying fortress of death. And then the robot factory starts up again. So now they have an army of robots and a flying fortress. They're like, "Oh, you're never going to get away with this." It's like, "Oh, let me just show you a little bit of my power." This thing has like a Death Star beam. Look at this. That Toad Tower is gone. Like, it's just vaporized. Woo-wee. But then this part, Anne's like, "We're going to fight you. I don't care." Marcy stops and is like, "Hey, King, this wasn't the plan. You told me this. You weren't gonna do like this." It's like, "Oh, I just lied to you." But then he's like, "Hey, you tell him, or I'm gonna tell him." And he says, "Hey, Marcy's the one who lied to you guys. She brought you here. She was on my side this whole time." And then Marcy, in her craziness, is like, "Well, I thought we could just be together forever and we'll go to all these different worlds," because that's what he wants to do. He wants to use the box to go to different worlds and conquer them. So he wants to go to Earth and conquer Earth. There's a little thing called the Marine Corps he's going to have to run into. But she's like, "We'll just go on adventures and we'll just have fun all the time." And they're like, "Marcy, what the flying F?" And then she has to admit that I guess her parents were going to move. The dad had a new job. They're going to move, so they're not going to be friends anymore. So she was willing to do anything to keep them together. And she's trying to explain that, but then even Anne's like, "What the? You took us from our families? Yeah, fun adventure times are great, but I got a mom and dad and a life." And she's like, "Oh, but look, I gave you all these fun times, all the adventures. If it wasn't for me, you never would have met Sprig." Marcy, you don't get to say things like that. But she breaks down and starts crying because, yeah, she just realizes she effed up everything. But Anne's like, "You know, it doesn't matter because we're going to fight back and we're going to stop you right here, right now." King rips out his giant freaking flame sword and he's like, "Okay, let's go to party." Cool fight scene. Everyone's doing their parts and helping out. Frobo's doing cool Frobo things. Like, oh, Hop Hop. Remember, he used to be a boxer. So he tries to punch one of these things and kind of busts his hands, but him and Grimes kind of help out each other. Kind of fun. Everyone's fighting and everything. Even Marcy gets up and starts fighting, helping them too, which is great. Frobo protects Polly from the king. The king's going to just stomp on Polly. Like, what an evil bastard. Then he's like, "Oh, one of my robots. It must be malfunctioning." Bam. He just crushes him. Remember Android 17? 16. Android 16? Just like that. He gets crushed. And then Polly's like, "Oh no, this is the cruelest thing ever." He's like, "Don't worry, you're next."
You You monster!
Don't worry, you're up next.
Polly grows little feet. She has little feeties now, and she can run around. And she's like super fast, which is super cute. She runs and grabs the box, and she's like, okay, stop it now. We're gonna destroy the box. But he has Sprig. It's like, I'm gonna throw Sprig out this window unless you put that box back. Of course, Sprig's like, who cares? Let me die, because you got to stop this dude because he's gonna kill everybody. Then Anne's like, fine, do what he says. Put the box back. And she's like, he's my best friend. You can't do this to me. He's like, the funny thing about having good friends is it hurts that much more when you lose them. He just chucks him out the window. Anne completely breaks. Just everything fades away. And it like shows like memories. It is so sad. It's actually sad. And little memories they had together, and then like even scenes that we didn't see, like them. Remember at the end of the credits when they're just like sitting on the hill reading the book? This is the actual scene. So they were reading and he falls asleep and then she blows out the candle. Oh my God, it is so good. And then Anne just breaks and she's able to absorb. Remember how the gem didn't fully drain her power? So it starts to seep back into Anne and she goes Super Saiyan. Like there is no other way to explain it. She goes Super Saiyan. And she's like, give him back, give him back. And she just becomes this like nature. Like she's able to absorb, I guess like it's because like the little twigs and stuff in her hair grow and everything. So she kind of has like, I guess like earthly powers. I don't even know how to say this. Like a connection to nature. She's able to move like lightning and like you even see like a bush thing, so she's able to like get like a shadow step or whatever. She clobbers the king. Absolutely whomps him. And look at that face. She is pissed. Look at the king. She's whomping him. And they're like, what is going on? It's a human thing. And Sasha's like, no, this is not a human thing. The humans don't do this. She's jumping all over the place. It's such a good fight. The animation's so great. I want to throw in a couple of clips here.
Fire!
Anne Stone, she's jumping around, fighting like a frog. She's like clinging onto walls and everything, just able to dodge and break through all these laser blasts. The king makes a shield, and she's pushing against it. And then look how like the king's like growling and being angry. Anne just has this look on her face of like almost unfeeling determination. It's like she's not scared. Like there is no fear in her right now. So I guess like being more like nature. Nature doesn't get scared or happy or anything. It just is what it is. She breaks his shield and then she's like demanding that you bring Sprig back. But she's just kind of passes out because it's too much power. King was down for the count, but he's like, oh, you can't control it. Anne's all knocked out. But during this whole big old fight, Sasha jumped out the window and called her bird to go save Sprig. Good save. Sasha, not Sasha, but Marcy, good move. Even though you're kind of the reason why all this happened, it's good you saved his life. And then the king, he's going to kill them because they didn't stop him all the way. Looks over, the box is gone. Marcy was somehow able to open the portal. What did she do to do this? But if Anne pulled her power out of the stone, how did the box activate unless when she depowered, her power went back to the box? I don't know. I'm just speculating. I have no idea. She opens the portal. Grimes and Sasha are like, we'll hold them off so you can get back home. Don't worry about us. So they're fighting the king, trying to slow him down. They get into the portal and they're like, come on, Marcy, let's go, let's go, let's go. Then this happens.
Marcy, hurry! I just need to...
Wow, this is what the warning was for. The king kills her. Kills Marcy. Sword through the chest. That's her lungs. That's her heart. She is dead. There is no surviving this. And let's say we're talking Disney Star Wars, then you can get stabbed through all kinds of organs and nothing happens to you. Portal closes and wakes up in the real world. and then she's back home, but with the whole Planner family. End of part 2. Dang. We get these really cool ending cards. I love ending the cards at the end. I just love them in all shows. Then I'm letting this play. I'm like, oh, this says this is not the end. This is mainly the beginning. Super cool. We get the opening for season 3, I'm assuming. And it is basically the regular opening, but done in real life, like in real world. So all the little scenes that they would do in the original opening kind of happens here. Shows them being chased by a monster. So I'm assuming monsters got through the portal, or maybe there's an opening or a leak in the time-space continuum. We do kind of see in this opener that I guess the king does invade. That's wild. And we see Marcy's like in a like a healing tank. Remember Goku was in that like heal tank thing? So she's not dead, or she's like on life support of some kind. It's nice to know that she didn't die. But we see this giant bug monster behind her. I don't know what that's all about. We get a quick scene of Anne being able to control her powers, so she still has her Super Saiyan powers. And look at that. Super cool. What a great season 2 finale. Lots of twists and turns. Sasha, I guess, is a good guy now. Sasha needs to be 100% good from here on out. Like, no, not a single millimeter of deception. You have effed up so much. And the only reason why she became good was because there was someone slightly more evil than her. That's, I'm glad you're helping out, Sasha, but it wasn't because your friends needed you, not because it was the right thing to do. It's because someone a little bit stronger than you would have took on over. And you wouldn't have been the boss. That's why you turned. Sasha, we need some more steps towards good. Everything is Marcy's fault, but she's a child. We have to remember they're just kids. So she was doing whatever she could to keep her friends together. Did she deserve a sword to the chest? No. Did she? But it's wild that even happened in a Disney cartoon. But yeah, super cool. I guess I could jump into season 3 now. And I really like this show. I've liked from season 1 to season 2. I'm enjoying this whole story. And still an awesome character. Very you look up to her. She does have flaws, but she does the right thing. She stands up for her friends. I love the action scenes are doing really, really cool. I love this whole like nature mode that she has, this like blue glowy mode of hers. I wonder if she's going to be able to learn to control it a little bit more and be able to keep it going, instead of it just being like a burst of energy that she's able to control herself. So I'm wondering if it's very Avatar state, because when she gets into this mode, she has this unblinking look in her face. Like she doesn't even know what's going on. Remember how Aang, when he went into Avatar state, had no idea what was happening. He just let it happen, and it was like her base instincts. I'm wondering if she's going to be able to overcome that and be in more control of it. But definitely we'll get into season 3, and then hopefully I'll be able to finish that up, within a little bit quicker than I finished season 2. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around for all these reviews and, waiting on me to finally get to them. But I love all the comments, all the shares and the likes and everything. They do give me the energy. They give me to do these things, to talk to you guys, to have fun with everybody. So keep it cool in the comments. Let's have discussions and stuff and all that fun stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one.
Home.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.